Today I'm going to share with you the surprising weight loss tip that helped me lose 30 pounds over the last year and a half, over 50, when nothing else was working. Hey everyone, it's Suzanne, and over the last year and a half I lost 30 pounds. I'm almost 53 years old, and today I'm going to share with you the one surprising tip that helped me lose that 30 pounds. Now, sometimes when you listen to different YouTube influencers, you'll actually hear them say that maybe you need to increase your calories in order to lose weight. Now, to me, that doesn't sound very intuitive. And people like Dr. Westman and Ali McWowie, who both teach weight loss for people, kind of share my opinion on this, and that is the way you lose weight really is with a calorie deficit.
People are saying now that, oh, I'm not eating enough. That's why I'm not losing weight. Now, does that make sense to you? There's this phenomenon, I think it's called an internet urban legend, that the less you eat, you go into starvation mode, and then you have to eat more to get out of the starvation mode, and then you'll start losing weight. And so does that make sense? No. So if I locked you up in a hospital room, which they did in the 1950s, I'm told, and they didn't feed you, they just gave you water, you would lose weight like gangbusters. Well, for that matter, watch one of these reality TV shows where they go out into the wild and they eat nothing and they lose a pound a day.
Now, one of the easiest ways to get a calorie deficit and to make sure that you are not eating so few of calories that you can't stay on your plan is that you have to learn how to track your hunger and fullness. So what I started doing this last couple of months, I was sitting at around 146 for several months. I just wasn't losing. And so I decided that I was going to really try to hone in on making sure that I only ate when I was truly hungry, because what I noticed was sometimes I would go to eat a meal and realize afterwards that I really wasn't that hungry when I had the meal. So I probably was actually eating a couple extra calories that I didn't really need. So I started tracking my hunger and fullness on a scale of 1 to 10. 10 is like stuffed, 1 is like hungry, 5 is like completely satisfied. And so my goal after each meal was to get to like about a 5. And then I wouldn't eat again until I got to around a 1. So I wasn't starving, but I was definitely feeling the hunger. I knew that I needed to eat. And when I would hit that 1, I would go back and I would have another small meal that I have already on my plan. So I try to make my meals around 250 to 300 calories. I found that at that calorie count that I tended to land at about a 5 or satisfied. I might end up around a 5 or 6. And so what I tried to do throughout the day was intentionally start a habit of tracking my hunger 10 times. So every time I would think about eating a meal, because I think about eating food all day long pretty much. I mean, there's a reason why I was 175 pounds, because I like food and I've used food to cope with different emotions, boredom, tiredness. And so even now, and I think probably I always will have pop-up thoughts about wanting to eat something even though I'm not really hungry. So I started tracking and saying, okay, I'm going to track 10 times a day where I'm at on that hunger scale, even if I'm not ready to eat something. If the thought of food pops up, I'm just going to track it so that I can make a mental note of where I am. I will try to feel kind of inside my stomach where I'm at on that scale of 1 to 10, and then I will just write that number down, and then I'll just move on and start working again or whatever it is I'm doing. And I've noticed that as I've started doing that, I've been getting a better sense of how long I can wait before I really have to eat. Now, by doing that, I usually fell in around 900 to 1300 calories. So it can be a range, but it's based on when my body says it's actually hungry. You know, God created our bodies to be able to know exactly how much food we need, and our body will tell us when we need to eat. And if we don't feel like we're hungry, then our body is probably using our fat stores to give us the energy we need throughout the day. So we have to learn to trust that mechanism. And I found that as I did that last week, that I was able to actually get down to 145. So just that one thing, that one change actually helped me lose weight. And so the problem with people telling you that you need to eat more food is that for me, whenever I've tried to do that, it actually resulted me in gaining weight. And when I was able to create more of a calorie deficit without feeling like I needed to overeat on the next meal, that was when I would start to see the scale go down again. And if you think about it, I'm a very short female. I'm 5'2", and I know women who are 5'10" and trying to lose weight. There's no way I can eat as many calories as they can in order to lose weight. It just doesn't make sense. So we have to be careful when we're listening to other people trying to tell us ways to lose weight. We have to really figure out what's going to work for us because we're all so different, and our diets and our calories are going to be nuanced based on where we are just as a person. So I hope this tip helped you. Let me know if you've tried this in the past and what the results were. I'd love to hear how it went for you. If you want to leave a comment and just say hi, I'd love that too. I always love to connect with you down below in the comments. And I wish you the best of luck on your weight loss journey, and I'll see you in the next video.